All right, continuing on. Daniel. Lou, giant love, giant hugs. Have a question for you. How do you feel now that you've been on YouTube and people know you? Do you still feel it's weird that so many people know you? And give us an example. 2 seconds. Giant hugs, and my 2 sisters love you. Oh, tell your 2 sisters I said hello. I wish I knew their name. Okay. First of all, never planned on this shit at all. You can't plan on this stuff. This is like, this is just like the weirdest thing in the world. Very private person, lived the life of business and investing beforehand. So at the end of the day, just, you know, go through life and you kind of just be you. That being said, when I popped up on YouTube and I did the first video to kind of give you guys a heads up on what was going on with AMC and the pricing, and that snowballed into the point where, like, wow, it got to the point where I had no idea. Like, see, I wasn't raised in social media. So for me, I didn't know the scale of what this was. That's why, perfect example, I'll give you the first time I started to feel like, what the fuck is this? I was actually in bed sleeping, like that, so soft. And my phone starts beeping, like there's emails coming in. And there was emails coming in like, hey Lou, you there? You asleep? Wake up, put out a video. And I was like, I didn't know that my email was tied to the YouTube channel. And then it went crazy. It was like that kind of stuff. It was like a stock ticker. But like I said, I still kept doing videos, and as far as views and everything else, I didn't really pay too much attention to any of that stuff. During that time, I was recovering after everything that happened. I was still dealing with the government and all their bullshit. Hello, government. So one day, because I couldn't answer everybody out, and I was like, okay, I thought it was like a local community type thing. So I said, okay, I'll do the meetup in Central Park, because I was always walking around Central Park. And when I went to the meetup, and I saw hundreds of motherfuckers out there. It was the funniest thing ever, because when I went there, I was like, just minding my business, I was gonna answer some questions, whatever, and basically leave. And then all of a sudden, I saw like the mob activate. There was so many people. Then the mob just activated. For those of you that were there, then we got kicked out of the tavern. Tavern doesn't want me there. I think that they'll call the cop if somebody says Lou. And then we took over the backside towards the Great Lawn, and it was a bizarro day. I mean, we had everybody there. We even had a few cats from Goldman. We had feds there. We had, I mean, everybody. So many beautiful people. Probably one of the best days of my life. Just because it was all of us together. After that day was done, I kind of understood more or less like what happened, but I still saw us, like the people that were there. You guys knew it, like it was just basically me and you guys all together. It wasn't like, you know, like me up there. No, that bullshit. You know me. I'm not that way. I'm not full of shit. Afterwards, it continued to snowball to the point where I started to see the bigger audience. The bigger audience was certain individuals offering me, obviously, hey, I like what you're doing. We'd like to talk about, you know, business opportunities, that kind of stuff. Certain people, certain entities, pretty large entity. Leave it at that, but the email's still out there. Hello, scary South African motherfuckers. Anyway, that being said, but to a point, people understood. I didn't take any money from anybody. I didn't do any of that stuff. I just basically was me, because I did my life. I did my plays. I do my investment. I do my life. I got my holdings. I'm just fine. This world of YouTube was something I was involved in because of a play I was involved in. I didn't get on YouTube, then get into a play. I was already in a play. And I was like, oh my God, these people don't know what's going on. They're fucking them. They're parking their orders. These are the price. And then obviously things started unraveling, and I got deeper and deeper and deeper. And then, look, I had the feds. Okay, you could even fact check with Elk Spaghetti. I had the feds show up to my fucking house to tell me to tone it down with the shit that I'm putting out there. That's when you start knowing, okay? That's when you know that your reach is going everywhere, okay? And what was it, Fox Business? When this chick, I forgot her name, when she went, I was like, holy shit, here we go. And then we got Elon with Kneel Before Zod. I'm like, holy shit, Elon's in the crew. It starts growing and growing. And then one day walking, see a car stop right in the middle of the street. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Door opens up, people coming out, like abandoning their car in the intersection. Like, no joke. Like, it looked like cops were rolling up on people. Hey, Lou, what's going on? Like, what's going on, motherfuckers? Like, you left your car in the street. They're cool people, whatever. Giant love. But that was freaky. Another one, when I went to go see the duck one day, as I'm walking over, see a bunch of people standing there, but I'm on the phone. I'm minding my business. I'm just on the phone talking or whatever. And then when I get off the phone, people start coming at me to, hey, what's going on, Lou? But they weren't together. They were all individuals. They were all so it was like, holy shit. So I stopped going to see the duck because that was like my place of rest and hanging out with the duck and whatever in the afternoon. There started to be a lot of people. Then he started walking and it was just like more people. What's up, Blue? And then, trucks going by. What's up, motherfuckers? It just continued to grow and grow. I was one time downtown and I'm going by the courts because I had to go to court myself. A bunch of cops and their court officers and everything like that come walking over to me. I'm like, me? I don't give two fucks. I'm like, what the fuck you motherfuckers want? They're like, Lou, what's going on? It's like, holy shit. Freeze. It continued to snowball to the point where, I'm in Times Square and you got people saying, Lou, and it's like that kind of stuff. Restaurants. I got hugged in a restaurant. That was the weirdest thing. I was picking up some food, whatever like that. And it was just like family and stuff. I love everybody. I got people, you remember, I forgot. Him and his brother, the best. They pulled the car. You remember the video on the other channel? Talking in the street. They almost hit that Chinese guy that was going across the street with the shopping cart. They're like, what's going on? We got this. And then it continued and it just didn't stop. Airports, overseas, walking, whatever. It gets to the point where, but the one thing I can say is all the people, beautiful, wonderful people, because it's a giant family. I don't consider myself to be popular, famous, or anything. I'm just a regular dude. And the thing is, a lot of people see me, they laugh at me, we have a giant family. But has this grown beyond what I thought it was going to be? Absolutely. Because I run this channel like my instant messenger with you guys. I don't care about that. The last channel, I clipped the last channel because I got into a battle with YouTube regarding the and certain guidelines and yada yada and bullshit. And they're like, you can go inside and you can delete certain videos and you can do that. And I just said, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Elk remembers this stuff. It was because I was fighting with the pharmacy in my neighborhood. I told them all to go fuck themselves. And then not for nothing, just Google didn't like that. So it was the parent company and then YouTube and then whatever. So I said, to make it easier, I deleted every fucking thing. I'm like, you ain't gonna make no money off of that. I just deleted the channel. Nobody does that. Nobody on YouTube will delete a channel that has like 75 million views and the 80. But the thing is, I don't give a fuck. Why? Because this is not my world. I got my holdings, I got my stuff, whatever. And at the end, look what we're doing with X-Force. Do you think that's not significant in my life? Of course it is. That coin goes into like a fucking $100. I'm gonna be like fucking Bill Gates out here. That's important. You guys are gonna make money. We're all gonna make money. That's what's important. This platform can come and go. It doesn't matter. I made a giant family. People in hospitals, like staff people coming up to me. What's up, Lou? This is the hospital you were at. I knew you were coming here. Like people know. It just gets to the point where I've been blessed because I met all of you, and I promised to do a meetup with everybody. And we're gonna do the Punta Cana thing, or maybe something else. We'll take over some amusement park. Don't think about it as me. It's an us. We just haven't had our time to be all us together. That's what's important. This don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, all this shit goes by like that. My grandfather said something to me. And he told me this because I had a person as a kid and people like being around me. And he says, there's one thing I want you to remember. You saw it all the time. There's a difference between becoming famous and there's another thing, becoming important to people that matter. You decide, because fame don't last. Being important to the right people is timeless. That's what matters. If I assist you motherfuckers in making money to save your families and help your kids and everything like that, a little strand of me will always exist in your bloodline in life. And that is being important. So with that, I'll answer the rest of the emails tomorrow morning. Giant love, everybody. Good night. Oh, and for the nostalgia's sake,